After disaster events, field teams visit the damaged parcels to not only determine the severity of damage, but to talk with the occupants to determine the type of residence, ownership, and insurance for the parcel. Until this is completed, there may be parcels with missing information. When a parcel has missing information, it is shown in the FEMA review. While logged in to IDAM 2, you have the ability to view and edit the FEMA review. To do this, scroll over Reports located in the navigation bar along the top of the screen. Then click on FEMA Review. You will then be redirected to the FEMA Review page. At the top of the page, the total amount of damaged parcels with missing information will be indicated. All of these parcels are shown in this table with each row representing a different parcel. The table also indicates the owner, address, and phone number, if listed, associated with each parcel. By clicking here, you have the option to filter through the table. You can then choose to filter by team assignments, municipality regions, or by the level of damage for each parcel. To remove a filter, click on Remove Filter. For each of the damaged parcels, it is important to record and submit all of the missing information because it is needed to complete the FEMA report. Prior to visiting each parcel to obtain the necessary information, it may be useful to print this page. Doing so will ensure that you record all of the missing information while speaking with the occupants. To print this page, click on Print. Once the information is obtained, you can record the type of residence, ownership, and insurance for the visited parcel. You can also indicate whether or not the resident is considered to be low income. When you are finished recording the missing information, click on Submit. You can then continue recording information as it is obtained for each of the remaining parcels. When you are finished recording all of the known information, you may then proceed to the FEMA report. To view this report, click on Proceed to FEMA Report either on the top or bottom of the page. The FEMA report lists all of the parcels that were damaged during the disaster event sorted alphabetically by their street name. It is generated from the submitted information and will not be completed until all of the parcels with missing information are updated. The FEMA report is split up into two important sections. The first section is generated from the known public information for each of the parcels. It indicates the county and U.S. National Grid zone affected by the disaster event, as well as the parcel number, street name, and U.S. National Grid location for each of the damaged parcels. The second section is generated from the actual recorded damage and information obtained from the occupant. For each of the parcels, the building type will appear underneath the applicable level of damage. For example, these parcels were affected by the disaster event, these parcels sustained minor damage, and these parcels were destroyed. Also underneath the applicable level of damage is the type of ownership, insurance, and level of income. If the resident owns the property, an X will appear here, and if the resident rents the property, an X will appear here. If the resident has insured the property, an X will appear here. And if the resident is considered to be low income, an X will appear here. Lastly, if a parcel is inaccessible, an X will appear here. If the resident is considered to be a secondary home, an X will appear here. And if the parcel was flooded, the flood depth will appear here. For example, this parcel sustained minor damage and has a single-family home on the property. The residents rent the property, have no insurance, and are considered to be low income. This parcel was affected by the disaster event and has a multi-family home on the property. The residents own the property and have no insurance. Just as with the FEMA review, you can filter through this page by clicking here. You can then choose to filter by team assignments, municipality regions, or by the level of damage for each parcel. To remove a filter, click on Remove Filter. When the ownership, insurance, and level of damage is not recorded, it indicates that the parcel is missing information. Again, this information must be filled out in the FEMA review. For example, these parcels are missing information, and these parcels are not. At any time that you are able to obtain more information for a parcel, simply return to the FEMA review to record the missing information. To do this, scroll over Reports located in the navigation bar along the top of the screen and then click on FEMA Review. You will then be able to record more of the missing information.